So you're probably thinking about moving to Northwest Arkansas and you're asking, what is the fall time like in Northwest Arkansas? Today we're covering all those details. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the no good state of Illinois, the worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Chattanooga, I could have moved to Huntsville, I could have moved to Tennessee. I looked into all those places. I looked into Utah, looked into Colorado, Boulder and Golden, looked into Flagstaff, looked into Boise. Everywhere that's popular amongst America, I looked at all those places. But I chose Northwest Arkansas, and by far, it is the best place to live in America, by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose here versus anywhere else in America, let's talk on the phone, let's do a Zoom, let's meet up for coffee, and I can share all those different reasons. Without further ado, let's jump right into the content. All right, so yes, we are talking about what is fall like in Northwest Arkansas. And the first thing we need to cover, just get it out of the way. Let's get out of the way. Football. Football is the best. So I want to mention this, kind of get out of the way. We'll talk about weather. We'll talk about the fun stuff. We'll talk about the events here in a little bit. But we need to talk about football because it's such a core part of not only Arkansas, but parts of Missouri, parts of Tennessee, it's college football, so it's everywhere. But I'm saying like the fandom of the Razorbacks is absolutely wild, like wild. There's no professional team here. They ride everything on the Razorbacks. Greatest football team of all time. That's a joke. They're good. They're a good watch. We'll say it that way. So anyways, but Razorbacks, the fandom, the tailgating, everything. It doesn't matter if you live in Bentonville. It doesn't matter if you live in Fayetteville. It doesn't matter if you live in Spring. It doesn't make a difference. It's all about the Razorbacks. It's a huge part of the community through and through. It is one of those things where if you do go to Fayetteville on a weekend, on a Saturday specifically, of course, make sure you check, is there a game going on in Fayetteville? Because that will change your lunch plans real quick. Traffic there gets a little, when 40 to 50,000 people descend on a city, it gets a little crazy to say the least. But regardless, football is a major part of the culture here. Just get that out of the way. But obviously, if any college town, so to speak, or anyone in general that watches college football knows how important it is. So regardless, the fandom, the vibes, the intensity, it's all around college. Not all. It's a good part of the fall, but it's a really big deal here. And the second thing we need to cover when it comes to fall in Northwest Arkansas, these are going to be my opinions moving from Chicagoland area and a lot of other opinions I've heard of other people moving from California, from Arizona, from Texas, from Utah, up from Idaho to Boise, Colorado, so all those different places, even some of the East Coast side. Perfect temperatures. So what I mean by that is it definitely gets a lot drier. So it is a more humid area, especially coming from California. Our humidity sits around like in the summertime, like around 70%. Illinois honestly sat between like 90 to 95% all the time, so it's way more humid up in Illinois. The corn sweat up there was just absolutely insane. Here it's actually drier, so it's better for me because I'm not a big fan of humidity. So definitely drier in the fall time. But we have like the perfect temperatures going on all the way from September, in my opinion. There's gonna be some toasty days in September, for sure. We're gonna have like your standard 80s, but it's gonna starting to get chilly at night. We're gonna start talking to see the 50s, but all the way from September to December is really our main fall time. There's actually times here, living here so far, we've actually had leaves on the trees up until like Christmas time. That's a little bit unique, but you can expect that there will be leaves on trees all the way up until the beginning of December. We have a lot of oak trees here, so they hold on to our leaves forever. And so our fall is extended way longer than normal. And anyone who lives here, who's been here knows that is the truth. Which makes it a lot of fun because we can have so many events. We can do so many things. We can go to the apple orchard. We can go to like all the corn mazes. We can do all the things. Halloween doesn't have to be one day on the year, but regardless, the perfect temperatures exist in Northwest Arkansas, all the way from let's say mid-October all the way till November. It's going to be that stretch of like 40 at night, sometimes maybe 50, all the way up to like 70s. Chef's kiss. Perfect temperatures. The sunset's gorgeous on all the trees going orange. Love it. It's I'm gushing. Whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to check out the area, maybe you're looking to see how awesome it is. I made 3-day itineraries, city by city, day by day, restaurant by restaurant. Maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, whatever it is. I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, you might be using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below, name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to North Arkansas? Enter all the information below and make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email just kind of talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? When is First Fridays? When is First Thursdays? What's going on downtown Springdale? What's going on in the amphitheater? What new business moving here? There are so many things all the time happening in Northwest Arkansas. Enter your name below, enter your email below, and make sure you get that email every single Friday. But I want you to be aware, I need you to be aware, is that you will get a little fear of missing out, a little, we'll say a FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third thing we need to cover, what is fall like in Northwest Arkansas? I don't know how best to describe this, but we have obviously a ton of activities, a ton of things to do for family and friends. Obviously, Northwest Arkansas is a very community-centric area, very community-centric, so very family-friendly. And so you're going to start experiencing this effect as we march into winter, like the Hallmark effect, with the parades and the events and, like I said, the corn mazes and the pumpkin patches and the apple cider donuts and the farms. And so you're like, am I living in like Hallmark itself? And the answer is probably. You probably are. But I'm being serious, is that there's a lot of activities, a lot of events. Fall is heavily loved in the area because honestly, there's a lot of things going on in the wintertime. That's a time for a different video, different place. But really, fall is a core part of Northwest Arkansas. So if you find yourself enjoying fall the most, with the most events and family and friends and things in the Hallmark Feel, Northwest Arkansas really does fit that bill in many ways. And the fourth and final thing to expect here at fall time in Northwest Arkansas is just the views and the trees. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I want to spend just a little bit of time talking about that. I've definitely seen parts of New York City when it comes to those, like that amazing tree that everyone goes to, not tree, but trees. Obviously going there for fall time, seeing all the beautiful colors, seeing all the spruces and all the what do you call those things? The trees out in Colorado. Beautiful. All the mountain trees and over in New York, lovely. But there's something really magical about Northwest Arkansas. It sounds like I'm a shill, but anyone who's been here for that time period, and it's very long, people have seen it, they understand it. Going hiking in amongst the trees and the crispness of the air and the crinkle of the leaves underneath you. And just, I think the reason being is because our season is so long that people can come here in, like now, it's October, all the way till December, and it's fine. So when you have that long season, people can just experience it better. Driving south of Fayetteville into the Boston Mountains, driving over past Beaver Lake, going to Custer Mountain, going over to parts of Bentonville, going into Bella Vista. It's like living amongst the mountains in some fashion. It's like you don't have to drive very far at all. You live amongst the thing. And so, where I live, it's like I can see the trees, like the large mountains, they're not mountains, but the large mountains of trees. It's like, that's beautiful. I like waking up to that because I see the sunrise over the mountain where I live. That's fantastic. And then all of fall time, it's there. The trees last forever. So you feel like this, almost like this season of transition into wintertime. But my gosh, the season lasts here forever. So the last thing I want to mention about this, like I said, was just the longevity of the season as well as the actual visual appeal of the season itself. It does 100% compete directly with all those big names out there, and people really truly love it and will venture here on motorcycles, on family trips, and they'll camp here, they'll go to the rivers, they'll do outdoor hiking, they'll mountain bike, they'll do all the things. They can truly live, work, and play all in NWA. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to North Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is, literally a starter pack of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. Comes with a 120-page guide city by city, populations, all the demographics, all the things you want to know about the area, all the cool things happening, all about the school systems, all about the medical, literally 120-page guides. It comes with like 3-day itineraries. It comes with a bunch of stickers. It comes with all the cool things around Northwest Arkansas. So you definitely need to download to actually order this right away. Enter your name below, enter your address below. Where's this package going to? Literally package ships right to your home. Literally right to your home. Enter your address and name below. I'll make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite folder, F word. Free! So enter your information below. Make sure they get that package shipped to you right away. Also, when you are in town, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some home for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar would go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, this next one,